Hey guys, my name is Alois, and in this guide I'll show you how a Challenger Riven player plays the Urgot matchup. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and leaving a like, as it is a win-win for both of us. And if you're interested in getting coached by me, please check the description down below. Alright, let's dive into it. So guys, the Urgot matchup, it's been a matchup that was requested a lot, right? A lot of people seem to struggle in the Urgot matchup, which is understandable. Unfortunately, I can't fight Urgot too much in high elo, simply because Urgot as a champion doesn't really have a mythic item, right? Since the mythic item changes got released, Urgot has struggled in the meta because he's never had a really good mythic item. Therefore, you don't see this champion a lot in Grandmaster Challenger. But I'm doing a challenge right now. I'm doing Underranked to Challenger with Riven, making it educational, doing everything on stream. So I managed to find the Urgot matchup, therefore we have a matchup guide today. As you can see in the top left corner, it says gold 2, 23 and 4. Don't worry, I'm not playing in gold elo. I think this Urgot was around diamond 3, diamond 2. That's around the MMR I'm at, so we're facing a diamond Urgot player. And yeah, and as you guys know by now, I like to do a late ward, so I can scout what enemy jungle is doing in the early game, so that I also know how to play at my first 4 waves. We see the Urgot coming into lane here. Urgot players very often stand here, like in this lane, looking to cheese you. I was ready for it, right? I'm never gonna face check any bushes here in the early game, because if the Urgot is there, I'm just dead. Urgot is the hardest hitting champion in level 1. I think there's no champion that deals as much damage as Urgot level 1. His E is like 100 damage flat. Every auto attack with his passive is around 100 damage flat, and then he has PTA, and sometimes they even run Ignite as well. So level 1 guys against Urgot, you have to play very, very cautious. If you get hit by his E, your lane is instantly over. So it is that simple to say, right, don't get hit by Z, but I'll show you how to not get hit by Z, right? So here, since he's not in lane yet, and I knew that by my ward, I'm going to instantly look to at least secure the first minion. Very often in the Urgot matchup, the early CS is very hard, simply because, yeah, you can just look to, like, what he could do right now is just step forward and look to E, which is looking to do, right? But he steps a little bit back, so I'm going to Q and instantly Q out of his E range. I know the range, like, out of my head. So here, it was a little bit close, but I know I couldn't get hit by the E there, so it's alright. I took a little bit of HP, which is fine for me. I have 3 potions, he has 1. I also know he has bone plating, so yeah. He does get the push, however, so I ping here because I think my jungler could have perhaps ganked, but he's not looking to do a cheesy gank, so that's okay. Here, the exact same thing. I think the Urgot mispositioned. I think if he positions a little bit more aggressive, so let's say he positions himself right here, I'm never allowed to walk up, but since he postures behind the minion, then I can do the same trick, right? I can just Q and Q backwards. If he postures in front of the minion, I'm screwed. His postures behind, I can do this. Yeah, do this with caution though, guys, because again, if you get hit by the E, you're dead. Right, that's that simple. So he's doing a second wave crash, I'm just going to collect. That's all good. And then we're going to get our level 3 here. Okay, I think here I make my first mistake. I tried to go for the last hit and E sideways, but he caught me out of my E. And then I get chunked pretty hard here, right? So yeah, this is the first E landed on me. And instantly, guys, I was around, well, 500 HP. I did block his E with my E shield. So here I did block, okay, 75 damage. But still, I lose around 300 something HP extra, right? So yeah, that's just how brutal Urgot is in the early game. So yeah, that was my mistake. Urgot's going to be slow pushing here and crashing on wave 4, which I think is very smart by him. Because right now what he could do is recall, TP back, and force me to be stuck in lane, right? Because right now I have no potions anymore, and I'm going to E forward there to take the last hit, which is all fine. Generally speaking, guys, one super important thing I have to mention now is if you're Eing forward against Urgot for a trade, you're 99% of the time going to be losing that trade, because if you E forward to get close to the Urgot, his E is very linear and hits you guaranteed, right? So what you want to do against Urgot matchup in specific is Q forward and then E sideways when he E's, or Q sideways when he E's, but try to always save up your E to use it reactively, and don't use your E to gap close unless you're getting ganked or you can all in, okay? Eing forward to gap close is very, very bad in this matchup. So yeah, here I'm trying to push it as fast as I can, because right now, what the Urgot could do, since he's running TP, is recall, TP back, and then on this wave, I'm kind of forced to make a bad choice, right? I either recall, but then he TP's back, pushes it in, I lose a full wave, or I decide to stay, but then he recalls, TP's back, and he's gonna have Deep Blade plus maybe a Ruby Crystal refillable around his gold, right? And then I'm also stuck because I only have a longsword and my jungler is bot side right now on vision. So here, what I'm gonna try to do is cancel this guy's recall, because yeah, to basically get myself out of that situation, right? So I'm not gonna face check this push again. If I face check without my abilities, I'm just dead. But I'm stepping forward and instantly stepping back, and he fell for it and he hits me, which is very nice here, because again, if he had recalled, I was forced to make a bad decision. So he's going to push this. I think this is his mistake. I think what he should do is slow push this and hard push next to put myself in the same position again. Because if he did that again, what I'm again I have to make a decision, right? I have to catch the wave under the turret, and then he can recall TP back and keep me in lane. So I'm forced to recall, and then I'll lose the full next wave. But he decides not to here, which is nice for me. I guess this is also the lacking of fundamentals from him here. And that just allows me to catch this right here. Look, he's just pushing it in, and it's all good. And here I can see the trade pattern I'm talking about as well. I always keep my E. I'm never using it to trade forward. You see, I can just go for this last hit right here, Q, and then EQ out, right? And then I'm never, ever in danger. Alright, so we catch the wave, he recalled, I'm recalling too. Again, if I stay here, it's really bad. If I were to stay here, the Urgot just TPs back. And then what do I do, right? This is a full cannon wave. If he TPs back right now, I'm stuck in lane. I can't push it out because he's too strong. Sorry, I'm forced to match the recall here. I get my D-Blade plus Ruby Crystal. Or sorry, D-Blade plus Refillable. Health, guys, building health against Urgot is extremely good. And the reason why is because Urgot works towards execution ranges, right? If you're at a certain HP threshold, he can just grab you with the ult and kill you. So health, therefore, really benefits you. It's a very good stat against Urgot. So very often I'll be sitting on like a Ruby Crystal, a D-Blade. Generally speaking though, when I recall on a longsword, I get the D-Blade in 99% of my games, regardless of the matchup. But here, it's for sure the correct purchase. I'm pinging here to see if I can gank him. But let's see how we approach the trades right now, right? He has double longsword. I only have one longsword, but that's okay. We can still look to trade. So let's see, right? Last hits go low here. He's trying to pressure me. Okay, I mean, I think he wasted his E there. He was just very late. And again, the thing that he's doing incorrectly is spacing behind the minions when he should be spacing in front. If he spaces in front, I'm never allowed to walk up. But if he goes behind, he's always too late, right? So keep that in mind. If he's behind the minions, you can always dodge his E. If he's in front of the minions, do not walk up, guys. Do not walk up. You will die. Alright, so he's pushing it in. That's all fine. Let's see how I approach any trade. How did I get his bone plating? So here, right here, he uses E right here, right? So let's track this. I shouldn't skip through this. So he uses E right here. Okay. So right here, he doesn't have his E yet. His E is quite a long cooldown. So what I'm going to try and do here is get his bone plating. Here, I'm safe E forward because I know he doesn't have E yet, okay? So I E forward there to get his bone plating out. I'm looking to set up my gank here for the Wukong. I think the Wukong should have skipped Raptors and ganked top here because this guy is extremely vulnerable. Unfortunately, my Wukong decides not to. That's okay. I think here he was extremely vulnerable. But it's okay. We can continue playing like this. This is all good. And try to communicate with your jungler, guys. Urgot is very susceptible to ganks. Riven has very good setup. So yeah, right now I have to be a little careful again. Just gonna catch this wave and continue playing. We see the Rengar bot. Oh, little misplay there. Happens to the best of us, guys. And let's keep playing from here on out. So, Wukong is bot, Rengar is bot. We're just playing in isolation here. Here, I think this was a mistake. This was a very, very greedy thing. I also said it during the stream that I was not supposed to do this. It was unintentional. No, it wasn't unintentional. I was just very greedy here. I also don't have my cooldowns. I cannot escape with E. So this is what you never want to do, guys. If he E's me right here, I lose half my HP, right? Half my HP is just gone. So I think he didn't expect it. I didn't even expect to do this. This was just like, I don't know, bad habit here. Very terrible to do. If he eat me there, I would be punished. This is what I want you guys to not do, right? Do not E forward to start the trade. Always Q forward and then use your E to get out. That was extremely greedy. And I fortunately didn't get punished, but yeah, that was super, super greedy. So let's see how we play from here, right? We're both on the verge of getting 6, but I also say here he's getting 6 a little bit faster because he had he got a bit more XP in the early game, so I'm scared here of him getting 6. He gets the 6, so I'm just respecting. He's pushing me in. That's all good, right? Yeah, no, now I'm obviously not going to walk up for any last hits because he is 6. So we have to respect here. Wukong is bot. So skip a little bit through it. Okay. I'm gonna go for this last hit because he's spacing behind again. And he misses it again, right? He keeps doing it. He has to space forward, not stand behind it. But there's also where you see, right? I can Q and then E out, and then I'm always safe. So right now he's only hit 1 E onto me, and that was when I was really in the last hit, right? But other than that, he's landed no E's on me, and that's why this matchup feels completely fine for me to play it thus far. So now we're gonna have to go for some short trades if we can, because we got 6 now, we got our Ignite. Even though we're longsword down, we can definitely fight him here. So he spaces up forward, and here I can just E out in case he was also in third range. So right now, keep attention, okay? Pay attention here very closely. This is the important part. Now with W, we get his bone plating right here with our Q3, right? We have 4 conquer stacks up as well. He uses his W and his Q right here on the wave, guys. W and Q on cooldown. I still have my conquer stacks, 6 right now. I ult Ignite, he is me, but he has no W and no Q. So he's just dead, right? Very simple. So that is how you can solo kill an Urgot right there. prime example, right? He had no W, he had no Q, he used it on the wave. Very greedy. I kept my Conquer stacks in between, got his bone plating right here. 4 stacks up, use my potion, walk in, get 6 stacks, get my ignite, get my cooldowns back, and we solo get the Urgot. And from here on out, yeah, the game was pretty nice to play, right? Good example against the Urgot matchup. I think the most important thing, again, is always trying to avoid his E. So never E forward to gap close, but use your Q to gap close, then E out. And once you can all in, then you can perhaps look to E forward, right? If he ever uses his Q and W on the wave, you get a trade window as well. And if you want to see the rest of the VOD, you can just hop over to the Twitch and see the rest of this VOD. Now guys, I also have another VOD of the matchup here into Urgot, but it was a bit in lower elo, and therefore I also ended up really stomping this guy. And it was all solo kills, it wasn't really with any jungle interaction. So what I will do is leave the timestamp of both VODs in the description below, so you guys can check them out more extensively for the full VODs, right? I'm also trying to explain as much as I can during the games. And I hope to have taught you guys some new stuff. And I will catch you guys in the next matchup, guys.